Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Studio 18 Gaming, and today I'm going to play Don't Starve. I got this game a little while ago, but I didn't get any good at it until I figured out some tips and tricks on how to play. For this playthrough, I'll be showing you guys how I survive and eventually how I die in this game, so you know what mistakes to avoid. So, without further ado, let's play. As you guys can see, I'm actually creating a custom presets world to make things a little easier. This helps a lot as you learn your ropes, and you can actually control a bit what comes at you. So things such as lightning, I tune that down to less, the rain too. I also make days longer, nights shorter, and make things such as the touchstones, the pigs, flowers, grass, and saplings more prevalent. This helps a lot when you're trying to search for a base. Which, by the way, I'll actually create a checklist of what you should and shouldn't look out for when you're creating a base. I also make things such as the beefalo and the pigmen more prevalent because, if you don't know, pigmen can actually assist you greatly, especially early on in the game when you're trying to gather things such as wood, stones, etc. for your base. They can also defend you too. Tallboys and spiders actually help out a bit too when you know how to control them. They can defend you from things such as hunters. Wilson is also a really good character, hence why he's the first character. He's really balanced in all his stats, his hunger, his health, his sanity, they all drain at a pretty decent rate and they don't overburden you with many different disadvantages. He also grows a beard, which is really good in order to get beard meat, beard hair, and you can build a meat effigy through that. What I like to do for the first couple of days is I don't really build a base until I find somewhere really good. I just go all around the map exploring and uncovering new areas. This allows me to see where exactly I want to place my base and get good resources. As I also previously said, I started this game fairly recently, so by no means am I an expert. I'm actually a pretty big noob, but I want to share my noob secrets with you guys. There's a spider's nest. For now I'll avoid it because I don't really need anything there. This guy is actually really easy to kill and he provides drumsticks. So you just drop some berries, walk away a bit, and kill him while he's en route. He won't run away, at least in most cases. There's some pigments, so I'll take note of this area in case I want them to help me farm for some logs. actually see a spider drop some monster meat, so I can feed that to the pigs and the pigments. Well, let's do that dropping right now. Soak, always a really good resource to have. You can build top hats, and that builds vitality, and eventually you can build a prestimeter, or whatever they call it. So you can create like fire spears, etc. And that's exactly how you get pigs to follow you. They can help chop down trees really quickly. Especially if you have about 4 or 5. But you should be careful though, because the pigs can actually turn into were-pigs and they'll eat every bit of food you have on the ground and attack you. But that can also work to your advantage, because when they do eat your food, they drop manure, which is a really helpful resource in this game. I also think when you feed them about 3 or 4 meats of any kind, they turn into a were-pig automatically. Oh look, a tall bird. They usually attack the tall birds because the tall birds can handle just like this. And there's some meats. So this also works to my advantage. Some more meats. You actually saw him eat some of the meat there, which isn't too bad, I guess. So right now I'm just in the process of gathering some logs. Ensuring that I can make a torch, because I'll need that for when night's coming. Some more drumsticks. Pine cones are actually really helpful, because later on in the game, when you encounter tree gods, you can plant the pine cones in order to appease them. You should also note that when you're leading tree gods away, make sure they're really far away from your base, because they really hinder your progress. Sometimes they move around, and if they spot you chopping a tree down again, they'll just attack you. And even being near them, that drains your sanity at a rate of about, I think, 300 per minute. Second or something. And I created a campfire here just to roast my meats, because I do have to look at my hunger levels. Seems like the pig is attacking some spiders. Yep. Spider. use that to heal you or create healing salves, which is really good early on in the game if you don't want to attack bleed sides. Become my minion. So I mentioned earlier, guys, that list out a checklist that you should look out for when you're establishing a base. One must-have when you're creating a base is some form of protection nearby early on in the game when you don't have good weapons or good armor. Unless you're a veteran player and you really know how to manipulate the hounds or whatever else may attack you, you need something like a tall bird or some spiders nearby that you can lead the hounds to. And I just got attacked. So yeah, eventually when hounds do come along, you see what I mean, but you can actually lead them towards tall birds, and eventually the tall birds will attack the hounds, or the hounds will attack the tall bird first, and vice versa. The spiders are a bit easier and more preferable when doing this, but you do have to be careful when it comes to the spiders, because on the level 3 spider nest, after that they become the spider queen, which is actually another boss in the game, and she will just attack you. So when you do establish a base near to a spider's nest, you've really got to look out for that. And my pig just died, so I get some more meat. So you see that there? That's level 1. When you see a second, I don't know what it is, a cocoon maybe? Or whatever it is. When you see a second one come onto it, that's level 2, and the third one level 3. And after that, it just becomes a spider queen. So my recommendation when it comes to that is when it becomes level 3, you destroy the nest up, and you actually get a spider's egg, and you can relocate the spider's nest to a bit further away from your base, but still close enough that it's convenient. And here's some rope, you can use that to create a spear. Yep, spear. But you need a science machine. Only 17% for a torch. Manure is really helpful in this game when it comes to food management. It also helps when you're trying to establish a base and you use your shovel to move the grass or the saplings around, because that allows you to fertilize them. Well, actually you don't need to fertilize saplings, but grass and berry bushes need to be fertilized before they can start sprouting after you move them. I also forgot to mention this, but you've probably noticed this already. I created a garland which helps in your sanity management early on in the game, because it increases your sanity by a rate of 1.1 per minute. And as you know, every time you get attacked by a monster, your sanity goes down. When you go near to evil flowers, it goes down, and that's really bad if you don't know how to manage it. At this point, I do need some gold in order to create my science machine, so I can establish my base really well, but I haven't really found anywhere I want to create my base yet. So thanks guys, this is the end of part 1. Please leave a suggestion on how I can improve, and like, subscribe for more.